Welcome back to Bad Creepypasta, and I swear to God, if I don't forcibly murder myself or someone around me by the end of this one, then I am the best person in the world. This is Nina the Killer. Anything with the killer,
Slow clap, ladies and gentlemen, Nina the Killer. Right.
Was requested by... Hang on. I can't read my own fucking writing. Shiaways Kapuki for whatever the fuck your words.
So there's us here. We've all got our Naruto headbands on. We're eating a pocky and fucking.
We're eating pocky. Wait, and we shit ramen because we're that Japanese. Let's do this, shall we? Jacob, you can read because you are the man who reads.
Author's note. This was in Spanish, so I used Google Translate.
Mark of quality.
It might sound confusing, and I'm so sorry if it does. Right, okay, everybody.
So they got the excuse.
Pull up a chair, break out the beers, Google Translate.
So, also, if that wasn't bad enough, Wattpad.com. This is what we're reading it off, folks.
Yeah, the site that me and Matt said we'd never go back to.
You remember when I said we'd never go back to Wattpad?
I lied.
You think this is a real Quaid? It is.
Wattpad, you know, you never want to go back there unless you absolutely fucking have to.
Or you really want to looking for some yaoi.
It's like France.
Okay.
Never have even imagined. I can't read it. Zoom in a bit, because I still can't read it. Yeah. ... What Jeff's madness can be overwhelming.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, no.
The Google Translate is strong with this one. Much
Are you
for
sure
someone
that's true, or they're just using an excuse?
with extremely fragile sanity can reach as much as mad for different reasons.
Alright, abandoned pasta. Everyone out the window. We're giving up now.
Oh, come on. This is a gold mine, guys. What do you want about?
I heard recently of a new killer. I'm going to remember you with a smirk on your face, and this is a gold mine when we're about 20 paragraphs in. So
oh, yeah,
that's what I'm going to do.
Just so audience, you know, there are several chairs in this room.
And none of them are being used. I'm going to use a chair.
Let's make sure Jake doesn't live it.
Hang on, I'm gonna sit on the chair.
Make sure I don't have sex with it.
That comes later.
This will be fun to edit, won't it? Right.
That one's been doing it though.
Well, I will be a bit. I'll be editing the sound, but somebody sure is a weeaboo. All right. Oh my God, I want to die. I heard recently of a new killer. I stay shocked to hear from her, but my first thought was that it was just a crazy fan of Jeff the Killer because of his appearance.
There are no fans of Jeff the Killer.
Freaky fish.
I think we all know that's not true, don't we?
Jeff the Killer MMD.
To be true. But after doing a thorough investigation of her, I discovered it was worse than a monster. Full stop. Things went well.
Okay.
Can we put it back into Spanish? It might make more sense.
Yes. We'll do a whole thing in Spanish because none of us are fluent in Spanish. Makes more sense.
I've never even took a single Spanish class.
I don't even believe Spain exists.
I didn't have it in my school.
I think Spanish is a dead language.
They believed that Spanish was decadent at my school, so they didn't teach it.
They simply thought bread was decadent.
They simply taught us how to grind sand. You put sand in the grinder, and then you move the grinder, and you tip it. You get more sand. That's all I learned in grammar school.
Oh. And that was your lunch.
Okay. History.
I lie awake at night dreaming of pot noodle.
History. Extracted from a local newspaper. Strange and unexplained murders, guilty trails have multiplied after several months.
We're not going to make it through this.
Also, this is exactly like Jeff the Killer. It's starting exactly the same way. They had to suspect the murderer was investigated long ago, but found a witness who said advertising was not a murder.
That's a new shirt. That's a new shirt.
Advertising was not a murder. That's a shirt. Oh my God, it's not even finished. But found a witness who said advertising was not a murder, common, if not two. Terrorising different cities. It is unknown if they work together or separately, but luckily he was able to find this guy and hardly from the hospital told us what happened.
What? What are these words?
Here's what the guy said. It happened one night, guy narrates. Walked from my work.
That's his name, Garen.
Walked from my work to home. It was I was pretty desolate along streets. He had decided to take a shortcut again to change the routine. ... Big mistake. New paragraph. Already halfway, I began to feel that I watched and heard footsteps. Turned quickly, looking. It was not a thief, but I found nothing. So I just take everything as a product of my imagination.
What?
Continue walking, but the feeling of being watched became stronger, and I heard steps closer. I noticed something approaching to turn my face and reflecting the elusive. Suddenly, in a moment, I see a black-haired girl with a wick-charred, pretty, highlighted fuchsia body and high point to a 16 or 17.
What?
Though his face did not look human, his skin was white inhumanly. Is this a girl? His eyes looked at me with a thirst for blood, were extremely open and a strange brazen look in his eyes. His smile was so superhuman. It had muscles. It was rough, and I was ... cut.
I'm not sure anyone's going to be able to follow this pasta in the slightest. I mean, for God's sake, I'm not. This is like the first 2 paragraphs. Combination of Wattpad and Google Translate, the best combination since...
You know,
guys, one of those.
You know, there's so much beauty in the world.
Not today.
Yeah, we could be going to work so we could save up our money so we can go and see Niagara Falls, you know. But instead, we're doing this.
Why would we go to Niagara Falls when we can go to...
Six Flags.
I was going to say the Grand Canyon. It's pretty cool.
The Grand Canyon's just Niagara Falls without the water.
I might try and see the Grand Canyon later this year.
Should I finish this and then... You hit the whole pasta. I stood still for a...
You gotta do the voice I was doing.
Alright. I stood still there for a minute. Oh, I stood still for a minute there, feeling the adrenaline flowing through my body. She did not let any word. Just stood there for what seemed an eternity. And finally, the girl just gave a speech as he tilted his head to one side in that way a psychopath could do it. That I immediately helo nerves. Fucking helicopter nerves. Go to sleep, my prince.
It's fucking Nina, dude. Do Nina
Oh.
voice.
Go to sleep, my prince.
Yeah, she's like an old, it's an old bag lady. That's what Nina is.
Immediately react and undertook the race to the opposite direction of it. I ran as ever, but it was enough as I heard the footsteps of the girl follow me. Then feel its weight on my own, followed by a sharp cold through my arm. I fell to the ground with a groan of pain. I seized the floor, girl releasing the hysterical laugh. Drew his knife from my shoulder and feature my shirt. It's my new shirt, guys! Buy it now!
Get your second banana shirt.
Making a strange caress my abdomen naked. Watching in detail, but luckily, we hear the voice of a policeman who had come, was holding a gun. The girl sat up quickly, and the policeman fired several bullets in his direction, but this elusive, like the falling of trees they were, not to let go of that laugh, walked away, climbing several of the houses.
Never able to forget that look, ... let alone that laugh. After the interview, the young man was found in his house, apostrophe D, slice and lack of bodies were found in the house. That's good. It was full of blood everywhere, and the room where the body was found on the wall was written in blood, "Did not you go to sleep, Prince?" If you find the girl in the description of, or the murderer of the last time, please get in touch with the police.
I'm sure no one is ever going to find anyone to that description. Ever.
Origin. Nina Hopkins, 11 years old, was transferred to a new school to be closer to
She's
home.
11? What the fuck?
Well,
I mean,
she clearly
Jeff
went insane and got superpowers. That's how it works.
yeah, Jeff the Killer's like 12. Something like that.
He's 12. He's simultaneously 12 and 56.
Something like that.
I think we should do a super kawaii voice for her, especially for what's coming up in the next paragraph.
Yeah.
One Sunday morning, a day before his first day at her new school, woke up and went to the bathroom and washed his teeth.
Right. I
They
think
all fell out.
What is she?
All fell out. She didn't use a brush.
Yeah, the Japanese have a word for this, but I think it's got food in there. Basically, she has a dick.
Ollode went back to his bed and took his laptop to connect. Nina was not the kind of girl that stood energized to open the window and let in the light to do something productive in the day. No, she just enjoyed sitting down to watch animes or listen to music as rock.
No, you said it wrong. Animals.
To rock, J-pop or pop, playing video games or just play guitar.
Somebody sounds like a weeaboo.
So he liked to be and so loved her family and friends. But this time she did not want to do any of the things you normally did not. This time wanted to read for the 1000th time The Origin of Jeff the Killer.
No one wants to read that for the 1000th time. Shut up, I'm ignoring all logic. Like this fucking pasta.
Creepypasta adored her. But that was his favourite. He felt a strange attraction to him.
Is he a he or a she?
More than anything.
It's the poor Google Translate.
This feels like one of those people who is talking about someone who's transgender and is too polite to ask what they prefer, so he's just switching it around in the discussion. Try not to say him or her too often. Like they said to me.
They're two people. It's a fucking chimera. Creepypasta adored her. I'm sure the wiki didn't.
Every single
Creepypasta adored her so much they deleted the story promptly and stuck it on Wattpad.
I think every 3 seconds she swaps gender.
Probably.
It's like a frog. Like a South American frog, just switching gender when necessary. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Shark. Stop trying to eat the mic. Right, let's do this.
Never give Sam Neill instead of Dinosaurs Park.
It's never gonna. It's never gonna get done otherwise.
Where the fuck are we?
But that was his favourite.
So every time I read it, I felt a strange impulse to invade.
Poland.
But like, what? Wait, who are you then? But exactly why enjoyed this strange impulse? When I read, suddenly. So are you Nina the Killer now? Suddenly the door hole quickly looked up. What the fuck is it about this Dorophilia? Quickly looked up, meeting his little brother, Chris. The door looked at its brother and his beautiful green eyes. Chris was the Prince of Nina.
Oh my.
I loved it and used to... I've not been to Nina, I hear it's a really nice country. And used to call because every night fairy stories will be asleep.
Wait.
So we've established that stories are sentient things anyway, because the suicide mouse versus Squidward suicide.
Right.
So the fairy stories are all asleep.
My son is .exe.
I've just figured something out. Like, Jeff was an old northern man, and Lou was Chinese.
Right.
Nina is a fucking weeaboo. So what's Chris gonna be?
Chan.
He's gonna be Chris Chan. We're gonna do Chris Chan's voice, aren't we? There's no question in my mind.
Fuck you, GameStop!
It's only getting better. Alright.
Come on, Sonichu! Let's go see Nina Chan!
Don't forget that he talks like George Takei.
Oh god!
They don't even know we haven't released those.
I'm Christian Weston Chandler.
That's all you need to know about Sonic 2. It's the best part. There you go. Stop asking us to release it because Jacob won't release it. Even though me and you are just me and Matt are trying to get it released. He's never going to release it because he's a cunt. Not really a cunt. I like him really, or do I? Illuminati confirmed.
Chris was pretty dark, black hair, fair skin, and light green eyes.
He wore a blue and red shirt.
Like his late father. However, she was light brown hair, fair skin, and light blue eyes. She was very like her mother. Sis, to eat? Alleged the child with an innocent smile.
I'm my prince!
Cheek pinching Nina ad as honey.
What's going on?
I leave the computer on one side and under to eat. The next morning, Nina and Chris went to school. Nina got up and dressed in a shirt of their favourite shirts. The shirt is a shirt.
It's a shirt. It's got a picture of a t-shirt on it.
Red Ben's in his eye.
Dumb fabric.
I can't.
Can someone please design a shirt that's just covered in tiny t-shirts as a design?
I cannot wait for this fucking edit, man. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh. And she took her bag. She felt something strange. ... Like a strange milestone. He did not hold his head in an attempt to stay stop. Doing a strange little smile formed on his mouth. Suddenly Pit her mother's bring to reality and immediately took the bag and under, completely ignoring what happened.
What just happened?
I hope Chris facing the door. Shortly after, the child under quite a hurry. Ready? Asked the mother. Yes, responded both. Ah, good luck in school, added his mother back to the kitchen. Bye, Mum, responded both boys, leaving home.
What?
They walked to
Why
school
is she?
because it seemed annoying Nina take the bus. Were divided and Nina went to high school while his brother primary. Nina felt a hell class apart long.
Right, so if he's going, wait. If he's going to primary school, why did he say bye, Mom, and not Mum?
Because Google Translate. Nina came out and went looking for Chris to his room. East out both decided to find a quiet place to eat, without having to put up with all students playing around.
I actually get this part. Amazing.
So I found a garden behind the school where almost was nobody.
Okay, now I'm lost.
There's so many potential shirts. Not a teacher or a student. So they sat... What?
What is that word?
They sat passiblemente to eat. That's got to be a Spanish word that's just been left over that we don't have a word for.
This fucking story is so pretentious, it's making up its own fucking words.
Thinking they would have a leisurely breakfast, they could see a few steps closer to it. Nina looked up and met a girl much older than her, black hair and some street clothes. Well, new students, announced the girl. My name is Claudia, and I rule at this school. And if you not obey what I say, ... you will pay daily.
Is your name basically Randy?
Alleged as he pulled a knife from his jeans, suddenly about two guys came out of a nearby tree.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Known to Mailcom and Yoni.
What?
Nina sat up quickly and... Mailcom. See, Yoni, I actually know, I'm familiar with the name. Mailcom, I think is supposed to be Malcolm. Nina sat up quickly and stood in front of Chris to protect it. Hey! I do not want any trouble. We just want a relaxed breakfast.
You don't say that to a guy who just put a fucking knife on you.
We just want a balanced breakfast with 2 of your 5 a day.
Weetabix.
Nina clarified.
Don't put fucking bananas in it because they're awful and have hot milk with Weetabix. It's actually really nice.
I don't know anyone's gender in this.
Do put bananas with Weetabix. It's really good.
Right. I thought Claudia was probably a girl, but at this point, I don't know. His name could be Claudius.
Everyone's having like a gender crisis in this story. What the hell?
Very
is going
progressive.
Yeah,
No gender boundaries.
I'm surprised we found this on Wattpad, not Tumblr.
on? Triggering.
Yeah, this video should come with a trigger warning. I see. But you should not be here. This area is ours, Claudia said, approaching them. That's stupid. You have no right to send anyone, said Chris, posing in front of Nina and receiving a nasty blow to the stomach from Yoni. Chris calloused Nina's arms after the coup.
There's a fucking revolution!
Chris! Said Nina, holding in his arms.
Holding it now. They're gonna fall out.
Well, if you don't want to be next, I recommend obey get out here, claimed Claudia, stroking Nina's face with a knife. Nina did nothing but drop a clean hit on Claudia's face, knocking her to the ground. A clean hit of acid. Quickly, Nina lunged Chris and Claudia, taking the knife and plunging it into Claudia's shoulder. Nina Mailcom held back and overtook him in his arms. This gave a strong kick in the crotch of the guy, knocking him to the ground. Nina turned quickly to release several kicks in the boy's face and bounced cause nosebleeds and mouth.
Wow. This is gold.
Yoni immediately chickened out to see the girl's reaction to the attack and started the race away from her. But Nina immediately noticed it and ran, Yoni taking Claudia's shoulder blade and lunged at the boy, digging the knife in the stomach.
Just took the fucking blade out of her bloody
Not that though, trip the shoulder blade out, use it as a weapon.
Use it as a shield, +1 defense.
Nina, basta! Heard the voice of his little brother.
Batista?
Nina immediately turned to
Make me a
him
coffee.
and watched. This had a very surprised look. Yoni Nina let go and stepped back, washing their blood-stained hands on something. It felt like a monster, ... but I had to admit, ... the other side was extremely good, and the momentum died down. Turning back to his brother that followed their surprise, unable to drop a phrase, Nina ran to him and took his arm.
He's unable to drop a phrase, yo! He's losing the rap battle.
Whenever you do Nina, can you start like adding like random Japanese words in?
Come on! We cannot be here for long, Kawaii!
And left the yard.
It's not kawaii enough. Desu.
After that, Nina went to wash his hands to take Chris to review the hit. Avoid at all costs. Nina mentioned something about that. Chris just thought it was an impulse to defend, ... But she knew something else was going on there. I knew it was something stronger and horrible. Who are you?
I'm not
that
sure.
feeling of being powerful and strong, ... The need to hurt someone.
What is your purpose?
The day passed quickly, and when the brothers returned, they sat down to eat with his mother.
Well, I'm surprised it doesn't say eat his mother.
And how they were in school? Asked his mother with a sweet smile. Dut.
That's
Chris
what he actually said.
shuddered to try to answer that question.
Excellent, Nundio!
Commented Nina, something psychotic in a smile. Nina went upstairs.
Did Toad just say Titans?
No, Nandeo means... Nandeo means why.
Jacob's checking his phone.
Wait, I got a bunch of fucking
Weird.
Skype.
Nina went upstairs after eating and opened his closet, meeting his collection of Jeff the Killer. Were several posters, different plates. Is there a fucking Jeff the Killer gift section?
You know, I don't think here in the real world you can find collectible plates, let alone in one place where he's supposed to be really a murderer.
I mean, for God's sake, if he was a murderer, why would they be selling fucking merchandise? You are now exiting the Jeff the Killer bloody gift shop. Bigger gift shop.
Do you think there's like a Splash Mountain camera sort of thing? Yay!
Jeff the Killer amusement park.
I want Jeff the Killer, man.
I'm trying to be sick while laughing.
Some old notebooks that he had lined with some dolls and stuffed animals. Take a small one she loved and bed were shot with this. And I observed, ... with a sinister smile that she or he was afraid of or intimidated of him down, otherwise somewhat amused.
No, please carry on.
Looked at him for a while, then whisper, Jeff, you make me this.
Desu.
This is god awful.
No, wait. This Jeff Kuhn.
Jeff Gunn. After the incident, looked for the culprits for the fight, but did not find them. And how they think it was an 11-year-old girl as Nina. Oh, and 6 years as Chris. What? They had that to your advantage to avoid suspicion. And as it happened, the first day of school, many could not tell if Nina was there because many do not know and was not attracting much attention. So many do not know whether it was that day or not.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what gender you are, love. You know, it's just despite what fucking day it was.
I think she just keeps maybe every minute it just swaps.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just like fucking 10 swaps in normal creepypastas.
Gender swaps.
But despite everything, Nina opened her locker one day, meeting with a note which said, I know what you did, ... but do not worry, ... I will not tell anyone. ... You are skillful, but dangerous. Hail Nina, signature or anything identify him. He had the slightest idea who had sent him. Someone came, but
ejaculation.
Hentai. But decided not to take into account that note. But if you would not tell whoever sent it, good for her. Meanwhile, Nina's sanity was not improving, as mad as he took a knife and sat much of the night by the room of his brother or mother. You know, my sanity's just going out the fucking window.
1d8 of sand damage.
Oh. One day, Chris was playing with his
Chris Chan.
Oh, one day Chris Chan was playing with his new friend Sonichu. On the block, yo. And it was getting dark, so Nina's mother, Monica, asked him for it. Okay.
Asking for what? He wants to give him Sonic-chan?
We want sequels for Sonichu. No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. It's funny.
Nina went out and saw the children playing in the distance. As he approached, Chris Chan could not make out. And she became concerned, went over to the children and asked them where was Chris Chan.
He had gone to What was the village? That was the
I can't
town
remember all the fucking. He zapped to the extreme.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Sorry, he's zapping to the extreme.
And they responded that they had gone with a girl older than her. Nina was very concerned and went home to take the knife that he had hidden in his room without his mother finding out. I mean, that's a bit extreme if I'm honest with you. I mean, just to point that out. I don't know, if someone's just gone out with a older girl, I wouldn't go into my room and fucking grab a knife.
Well, that's not the, apparently the Japan...
Yeah.
Jamaica.
The Jamiroquai way of sorting things out.
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamiroquai, what a legend. Sort of.
The way he gets beaten up by, photographers.
Does he?
Oh, there's one thing where you get, like, some photographer knocked him out or something like that.
Oh, that's pretty funny. He owns a lot of cars.
Yep.
Chris Chan was looking for not praying that anything happened.
He was looking for not praying.
He was a Christian. Bringing the further away from the house. Nina spent a lot of time and could not come up with Chris.
Right, just, Jacob's fallen asleep again.
Jacob's on the toilet. Hey, Jacob!
He's fallen asleep.
I think he's having a shit.
It's sort of like we're missing something about him, so...
Let's talk about something else. I had a burger. I had the McRib the other day.
Burger?
I had the McRib the other day.
McRibs are made from people.
Are they really?
No.
I ate people.
Probably not.
Yeah, I got moles on the side.
No, it's just one there sticking out.
Oh.
It's weird.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't shave. Well, I don't shave my sideburns because.
Well, no one can see them.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to edit. Just like
Yes.
in the middle of a sentence, it's just like Jacob's on the toilet.
Yeah, like
yeah.
It seems sort of like I don't know, being a girl and holding.
Yeah,
it in,
yeah,
like,
yeah. You know, we have to suffer through the whole of this. Why
Yeah.
doesn't he?
He's gonna come back and he's not gonna know what's going on.
No, he's gonna. Well, basically, Chris Chan has disappeared and he's gone to Awesome Town. Isn't it called Chris Chan Town or something stupid like that? Hang on, let me have a look. Deviant Art.
More like the arts.
Am I right, fellas? Right. Let's have a look. What was it? Sonichu.
You can type Sonichu into a search engine and then try.
Sonichu Amiibo. No, that can't exist.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Someone's just like, copied that, made a Sonic one.
I was gonna say, if there's a Sonichu fucking wiki, why haven't we got a Bad CREEPYPASTA wiki? Oh, it's Quickville. That's it.
Mayor of Quickville.
Hey, Christian, when you... That was Bruce Forsyth one, I think. I don't know. Should I take this to the toilet below? Jacob, what are you doing? I'm on the toilet.
He's clearly having a wank in there.
Yep. So, let's get into the witness in it.
How much have we got left in there anyway?
Hang on a second. Chris was looking, not praying. Oh, shit.
So we're halfway through.
Yeah, actually, we're not too far from the end. Ish.
So look around for the middle because it was like something about God. Oh yeah, it was like Holy God. Yeah, there. Holy Diver.
Holy
Down.
God.
Holy God.
Holy
down
Diver.
Down tonight in the midnight sea.
Oh, R.I.P. Dio. Shut up.
Shall we pause it or something?
I mean, we could make it worse for him to try and edit because he's the one who went out and abandoned us. But yeah, probably should.
He has super Crohn's disease.
Chris has been one better than me, so he has all the advanced Crohn's. He has colitis.
Crohn's disease +1.
Like
you got the common like white Crohn's disease. He's got like the purple one, like rare drops. Epic Luke Crohn's disease. This is gonna be really fucking fun for him to edit.
all he's got. No. He's just outside listening to something now. I can hear him. Oi!
So you guys had a couple of video messages. I needed to check.
You just had a massive wank.
Yeah, we've just been recording the whole time, so enjoy trying to edit this, arsehole.
Yeah, we stopped. We stopped.
Fucking stop reading.
No, we kept going for a bit, but we stopped because we insisted calling him Chris Chan, and then he ran off to Quickville. We had to pause to look up where we're at.
Chris Chan was looking for not praying that anything happened, bringing the further away from the house. By the way, Chris Chan's missing for some reason. Children.
Mario is missing.
Mario is missing. What a game. Or is it?
It was dreadful.
It was dreadful. I don't fucking know. I never played it. Nina spent a lot of time and could not come up with Chris Chan. Getting desperate and mourn.
Spent a lot of time. It's like that fucking movie.
I hear a car coming. This strike along
Right
with Nina and took a few steps back, preventing you were to do something. In that, the doors opened and out came Chris Chan, giving the floor. They heard laughing coming from the car that immediately ripped. What?
Nina quickly held his arms. Chris is nervous, and the poor child found beaten in some disrupted clothing.
Chris! Chan! Holy God! What happened, Yowie?
Exclaimed Nina, holding the small body of his brother. Them, me, Nina. ... me ... to played, alleged Chris with much difficulty.
Chris Chan.
And it has to be Christian. Okay, and fell to mourn on the chest of her older sister. Nina tried to control something that was screaming inside over and over and over again. I felt an anger control up at his brother in his arms and led him quickly to hospital for shock and other tritassen he had.
What the? Is this another fucking made up word? Tritassen!
You haven't had tritassen before. You've been to hospital a bunch of times.
Yeah, I know.
Here Nina called her mother and informed him what had happened.
Oh, come
The
on!
whole switching genders at random is like genetic.
On. They just can never get it right.
His mother went as fast as he could to the hospital.
Zapped to the extreme, you might say.
And they came and told him that was both strong shocks and internal bleeding, and traces of violations were found.
Just use a phoenix
The
down.
mother of Nina began to mourn, and Nina just kept silent to the situation, avoiding at all costs drop this need to hurt someone. The next day he was discharged to Chris Chan, but they asked him to stay a while at rest. So for 3 weeks, I care for Chris Chan Nina senpai, telling stories and helping a lot with your medications. And while Nina went to school again, he left a new note, which read... Sorry, who's this for?
I
Who
don't
wrote
know.
this note?
I think it's supposed to be Jeff.
There's some guy
leaving
who's been
messages.
leaving locker notes.
I'm sorry about your brother. I hope to recover. Do not think you're alone. I'm here. I'll be your friend, but unfortunately distant. Nina felt a slight flush to that. I checked the letter again and found no signature. Weeks passed and go to classes to play Chris Chan. This was a very bad grace, and because that day was school picture day, so look for something downward Nina get with giving much more than black skirt cuts. Black stockings with burgundy stripes, a black coloured
poetry.
Converse, and a Frenilla black... Is this like a type of ice cream? Fingerless gloves, favourites, and collected hair with blood red ties.
I'm so gothic. Yeah.
Yet he felt something was missing, so I look in your closet, meeting his favourite sweater.
Your closet,
purple,
Jacob.
And then I became Nina, which reminded him of Jeff the Killer sweater. So put it on under his stairs, meeting his brother who was waiting in the door. Both left saying goodbye to his mother.
I'm sorry, right? I have to.
Did the kid have internal bleeding?
I have to pause there, right? So put it on and under the stairs. Right, I fucking whatever. They came to school. This time it was by bus to prevent that they did not seek to Chris fuck them on the road. Whoa!
Chris Chan.
Chris Chan fuck them on the road.
I'll be doing a lot of that later.
In Quickville. Meeting came to school with a not so pleasant surprise. Claudia, Mailcom and Yoni walks down the hallway looking for a few friends. Nina was aware of the reason of why their faces were searching for her and Chris Chan. Nina Chris Chan react and take them out of the hall arm where they were and at all costs avoid being seen. I don't care, this is done in fucking Google Translate. This is dreadful.
I don't think
This wouldn't be a good story even if you could understand. The Google Translate kind of saves it because it makes it funny.
The day passed quickly, and Nina and Chris Chan were found the trio, or so she thought. What? Back classes. Nina felt that followed them, so turned, receiving a blow to the face, fell to the ground and looked for his brother, finding him caught in the arms of Mailcom. Nina tried to get up, but received another blow in the belly, fell back to the ground and looked up, seeing Claudia. Who was Claudia again? I think that was you.
I can't remember the voice now. It was like,
It was like one.
right, where's?
Well, the top. Okay. Yeah.
At least I have you where you wanted, brat. Add Claudia posing in front of her. Pay for what the last time. Suffer like G did. Allege is pulling a gun.
I do not care a pussy fight with you. Whoa! Whoa!
Is that what girls got up to in school?
But if I beat you off once, no, it doesn't actually say that. And if I beat once, I can do it. Oh shit! Hentai. What the fuck does that say? Grito Neo. They have forgotten.
Yeah, there's loads of words that haven't been translated.
Right. I know this is a bit ideas, but when they stuck it through Google Translate, they took a look at it and goes, yeah, that's fine!
Of course, it's Wattpad. It's not on the Creepypasta wiki. You know, some things on the Creepypasta wiki are, you know, proofread. Who am I kidding? But you know, on Wattpad, there's no chance of it getting proofread.
This would never make it onto the Creepypasta wiki. I can't believe I'm saying this, but skeletons would never let this fucking get through.
Word I can't pronounce, Nina trying to sit up. Immediately, Claudia went to drop a headshot of Nina. What? Headshot! But this quickly react and let a kick in the gun not to give him.
Kicked it straight in the gun. Oh, my gun!
Where are these guns coming from? How the fuck can you take knives and guns and fucking grenade launchers? It might as well be to school. Fucking what? Nina stood up and ran nimbly to an abandoned house nearby. You know, it's convenient. Locked inside. Up the stairs, being chased by the trio. Felt the waves of bullets chasing him. This is exactly the same as Jeff the Killer.
So, right, what I'm getting right is she ran to a house across from a school and they're firing guns openly at her. Well, you're right, these are like, they're not going to dare touch Claudia.
You know, just,
the only one worthy of being Randy's bride.
You know, just call the police, something like that. You know, I'm sure someone would have called the police. I mean, for God's sake, if 3 kids are firing guns at an 11-year-old, you know, I mean,
It clearly worked for Claudia.
I mean, you know, I'm trying to understand the story from all the coherent
There's this whole like
sentences,
geopolitical thing about how the Lord Randy, he owned half the country, and the Lady Claudia will be wed together, but they interfered. It's like a fucking historical drama.
Like Game of Thrones. Game of Crones.
I get it, because I got Crohn's disease. It's not a game that I'll probably end up with a colostomy bag.
Fucking face! So, but your serious face makes me laugh. I can't help it. I'm not laughing at you having a colostomy bag. It's the way you looked at me when you said it. It's like, brilliant with a colostomy bag.
Serious face.
So your mouth kind of turns down at the ends. It's like...
It's like, no, I'm not looking forward to that.
I can't even do that with my face.
But each bullet was a stray bullet. They were all stormtroopers. Nina is locked in the bathroom, looking desperately for something to defend.
A thing of bleach.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll give my review at the end. Sal Nina. Oh no. Sorry, you're Claudia. Say that. You do this.
Sal Nina, you stay there. Knowing why I did to your brother last night, you idiot.
Gritonio Claudia. The third from outside.
So, like, didn't that happen 3 weeks ago? Wasn't there like a 3 weeks?
I think there was.
So something I did to your brother last night 3 weeks ago.
Nina felt a surge of hatred and anger, and again that need for killing. Wow, that was a sentence that actually sort of made sense. Amazing. Almost, you know, almost.
It hit the edge of the dartboard, not the wall or the barmaid.
You didn't get a double, you got 0. Nina looking around the room where he'd locked himself into patio, finding an iron tipped. Nina watched him for a brief moment, wry smile forming on his face. It's a her! Come on!
Google Translate, like, that's all you say, Google Translate.
Took the iron and left the trio dodging bullets as if they were leaves. Right. Approaching the trio, took the iron through the head of Yoni, releasing a stream of blood. Some blood fell on Nina's face and their ... something seemed to work well. Something broke, like a thin thread had broken. That thread dividing sanity from insanity. Flip a chair.
Malcolm Claudia and took a few steps back. Nina turned to his direction, showing a psychotic smile along with a pervasive and horrific shit.
One Direction.
One Direction.
Hold on. With a pervasive and horrific shit.
This is Crohn's disease.
just murders someone, turns around, drops off the fucking brick. I'm not sure what I'm more scared of. She just murdered her friend, or she just shit herself. It's terrifying either way.
Oh my god, hang on.
Oh my god, you can't even make this up, right? Horrific shit. Keep that in mind. Making even Chris Chan shiver. Claudia tried to run along with Malcolm, preventing Nina, followed them through. Leaving Claudia semi-hit inconsciente on the floor.
Incontinence.
Followed gave him to release Malcolm for Chris, which callous on the floor, staring in horror at her sister.
I mean, you just shit yourself.
Nina Malcolm repeatedly hit, opening a wound in the head, giving many blows to leave your head like a crimson red molto. Claudia tried to move to get the gun, but Nina hand flat so you do not take. Claudia looked up, meeting with the piercing look of Nina. They shook his head and crossed the eye with your heart. Nina, feel good, alleged horror.
To feel
Nina
good.
Turned to face him with a little more relaxed, but without deleting your smile.
Backspace. Who's saying this next one? You sure?
Yeah.
Feeling good? Question mark. I feel excelente.
Feels.
Let my prince. We go home.
Chan?
San.
Gomedai? Japanese word?
Gomez. Chris.
Kabuki?
Kabuki.
Kabuki.
The club where only
Kabuki
40-year-olds
Ninja
plus
Naruto,
go. Let my prince. We go home. Naruto.
I don't spell excellent as well. It's so completely wrong.
It is
Like,
really
it's-
ridiculous.
That is.
EXCALENTE.
I'm sorry to ask James to put that up on the screen because he's gonna find it now. But yeah, it's that is epically bad spelling, isn't it? Chris Chan alleged charging Nina, which will miss him since she was always so complicated.
What?
Nina and Chris Chan returned home. Nina was seen by his mother and was full of blood. So I couldn't.
Someone's full of blood. Who the fuck you thinking?
Yeah, who would have thought people walk around with 8 pints in their fucking skin?
That's odd, because I run on oil. I'm a robot.
Nina was seen by his mother. I quickly went to his room and knelt at the edge of his bed, burying his head in his arms as he held her. Nina gritted teeth as preventing it out. Nina, with little awareness that he had grabbed her laptop and wrote a note, ... a note that perhaps no one will ever read. I'd like to say no one will ever read this, but there's been about 50,000 people read it.
I was about to say, at the beginning it says author's note, you know.
There's
It's
way
been
too
translated
many.
from Spanish. Didn't stop fucking 50,000 people tuning in and fucking listening, watching this, or reading it even. Words.
There's a goal shoot to 50,000.
Night fell, and the mother of Nina and her brother slept passiblemente. What?
El Presidente.
However, Nina could not. This time, not let him. So he got up, fuck's sake, still not removed his clothes that day, and looked in the mirror. He saw a common face. So without deleting its cynic smile, which carried since long, under the stairs, ready to do the craziest of his life. I'd like to add the craziest shit in his life.
You know, if we'd stuck this in Gazizzle, it would have made more sense. I ain't talking about chickens and gravy.
Walk into the kitchen, drinking a bottle of vodka, Put it on the table and look for a pot of bleach. Oh my god!
Oh, it's important. Also, like, how hardcore is this little bit? Like, she was an 11-year-old girl who doesn't seem very big, and she's downing vodka. She passed out.
Down the cabinets, finding nothing.
The minute she was in hospital, having her stomach pumped.
She's fucking 12.
Finding nothing, it began to harden your hearts, Jacob. Your Kingdom Hearts.
What are you talking about?
Kingdom Hearts.
Where are you, piece of bleach? Where are you, Ichigo Kurizaki?
But Bleach is a terrible show.
Nina groaned, looking for him.
Bleach crossover.
Did you look for these small ...
Nina heard a voice behind her, turned around and found quite refreshing surprise to see a guy at the entrance of the entrance holding the can of lye. The boy had extremely white skin, his hair was black and charred, carried a rough and horrible smile.
How did you not figure it was Jeff?
That comforting surprise.
Oh no, it's you.
Sorry. Ah, the comforting surprise! Jeff the Killer! Death Note.
I thought you were going to go, Jeff the Killer Senpai.
Yeah.
Jeff the Killer Senpai!
It's like Senpai Osama.
Alleged Nina with a look somewhat challenging.
I have seen for a while. I think your coconut went down the drain. Ha ha ha!
Claimed Jeff gracefully.
What? Alright, you keep missing out the ... It's very important.
You're right! So I need a pot of bleach if I may, otaku! Nina said...
Otakon. Convention.
Nina said...
War crimes.
Giving his hand to give it to her. It's Jeff's voice.
Oh, ... let me help.
Exclaimed Jeff, opening the pot, and Nina... What? Echandolo senno!
That's really what it says. Achendoselo.
Enzyme. This botto a groan when I walk into his eyes bleach. Followed by sitting slumped on the floor. What is going on?
I don't know, but have they broken into Society yet?
Bring out the salsa. Nina felt another liquid running through your head. Your head, Jacob. Getting up and looked. Get up to look, and Jeff had the tinder box in hands. Nina smiled and looked at him defiantly.
What do you expect? ... Question mark ... Do it. Do it now.
Allegedly the girl with a derision. Jeff grinned and lit the yes quero.
The Yesquero.
Go to sleep.
Added Yesquero dropping.
No, wait, do that again.
Go to Kip.
Added Yesquero dropping. Immediate when the flames touched Nina's skin, just let out a loud scream. I felt a hell surround him. I look around at Jeff, but it was gone. Nina writhed on the floor and saw that his mother and brother Chris Chan had arrived and were putting out the fire. Was semi-conscious when they cut it, so I immediately called the ambulance and get many neighbours came out to see what happened because of the screaming. Nina fell unconscious when they put on a stretcher and taken to the ambulance.
I'm just going to point out once again, you know, it's a common practice that many creepypasta people get confused with bleach doesn't fucking burn! Sorry.
Carry on.
But it was probably magic bleach or something, because there was an enzyme.
Among the neighbours, a boy with black hair, fair complexion and green eyes, slightly higher than Nina, looked at him with some concern. It was on weed.
Wait, you know who this is?
Who?
Lou.
It's Liu. But I tried to approach her mother, took the shoulder. What? Celine, no! Not safe, luring woman my submission to her. The boy watched as they put Nina to the ambulance. Nina woke up after being unconscious in the ambulance. I tried to move, but it prevented bandages.
The ambulance prevented bandages.
That seems unlikely.
That seems counterintuitive. Well, no way. Was it like crystal healing? It's homeopathy. Just pour some water in it. That'll cure it. That'll wash away the hurt.
Nina immediately tried to get up, but a nurse came in with her mother and brother. Who wants to be nurse? Chan. Fuck it, I'll be me.
Do it the butcher's voice you can.
It'll be better if you stay still. You are not able to move. said the nurse, laying her back again. Her mother and brother came to see him and encouraged a while. Nina kept the other side entirely, as only saw his mother as someone else, and his brother, ... I had to admit, was still his only treasure. Step 1, month recovery. Nina received little support from her mother and brother.
Because she set his own fucking face on fire.
The day came, they would take the bandages. His mother and his brother were anxious to see his face, her face, fucking whatever. Like Nina, thankfully kept his face intact and not burned too.
Wait. It's a doctor coming up. Jacob?
Jacob, the doctor is coming up. Here we go. Hang on, let me sit down.
Have you seen that, like,
We on well, Miss Nina.
Yeah.
Dr. Cuckoo Raving looks like?
Well, Miss Nina, burns were not severe. It lasted longer and had most of his face, including his nose, but did not last long burning, which did not cause great harm. I'm clearly having a stroke. Is no one going to call an ambulance?
I'm not actually a doctor here.
Said Dr. Reddy. That's what his name is.
His name's Dr. Cuckoo Raving.
Alright, so Dr. Cuckoo Raving Squire. Ready to remove the last band. Let's see the Nina's face. Nina's mother looked at him in horror as his brother was hiding behind his mother. What is it, senpai? Said Nina, getting up and going to the toilet running.
Wait, I think that was it. Karsan. I think that's Japanese for mother. Karsan.
Alright, let's try that again then. What is it, Otaku? Said Nina, getting up and going to the toilet running and watching mirror his face. ... It was quite the opposite as before. Her skin had turned completely white, her hair fell to her knees and now was halfway back apart from black and charred.
Wait,
sorry.
Did her hair fucking grow?
Sorry, didn't...
The fire... Not only can fire fucking die, I think it made her hair grow.
Also, as well, didn't, like... He only had one string of bandage to remove. And he was saying, oh, it looks completely fine. As soon as he removes that one bit of bandage, oh God, no! All of her face just came off and whatever.
Also, the burns weren't bad, but they were good enough to change her skin colour.
Yep. Her hair fell to her knees, over now was halfway back. Apart from black and charred, her skin was raspy, almost like leather. Oh, of course. I looked puzzled. Her new face. Christian. Oh, hang on. No, wait. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sister, I'm Chris, hugging. T, you look still as beautiful as before.
But the child could not lie because his body was scorched and pale. But by the look penetrating and disturbing, with which the girl I look at his younger brother and squatted at height.
Mr. Hot Dog.
Oh, Chris, you're always so accommodating, Desu. Nina claimed while looking at him in that way so disturbing. But it's not. I seem more beautiful than ever. Nasu! She exclaimed, opening his arms and leaving not only perplexed her mother and brother, but also the doctors and nurses. This face! Perfect! Oh dear Jeff! Give this the face!
The girl continued shouting. Doctor, I'm changing the voice. My daughter is well. Ask your mother, approaching the door.
Well, usually things go well after a lot of soothing, but if not improve, bring to mind test.
The massive mind loss mind test.
You're okay, announced the doctor.
You okay, Lily?
Yes, I argue weakly, approaching his mother, Nina. We love and have to go. Ad is grabbing him by the shirt.
That's my one.
Sure, itadakimasu, Nina said while looking at his ugly face in the mirror. The nurse handed him his clothes.
Got burnt face and seems unhinged. Out the door you go.
With his purple jacket with black cut skirt and black stockings with burgundy stripes, Nina dressed and left the hospital on his way home.
Her way home.
Not knowing that Nina had become
the
a monster.
fire gave her a dick.
Just thinking about killing in cold blood. They came to the house and kept Nina show that crooked smile. On that, Nina is focused on the home front. And
What a
noticed
game.
that the window of the house loomed a guy black hair and green eyes. The boy held his mouth, watching the disfigured face of Nina. It will look for a moment and put your index finger in your mouth in the form of silence.
What?
And entered the house followed.
What? Jacob's had enough. He did one paragraph. That night, Nina's mother's sobs woke hearing from the point in the hallway. Her mother gets up and looks and sees this and sees the door and the light on Nina's room. Walked quietly and came to the door. Watched the horrible bloodfest that held the young girl. Nina had a body, clearly, with various enzyme intestines out of bed. What? The body was out of a girl with blonde hair, and it was very nice. This is very good.
That's some really nice hair you got on that corpse.
But where he did not look well, Nina was above him.
Wait, where the corpse didn't look well.
Yeah. Nina was above him with a kitchen knife in hand and all his clothes stained with blood and staring at the ceiling. She used to torment at school, I do, alleged Nina as she kept her eyes to the ceiling. Mummy, I'm more beautiful than ever, Desu, Nina claimed, turning to see his mother. Her face was worse. His smile crooked and badly cut up cheeks. Her eyes were cooked to keep them wide open. Gas mark 6, 20 minutes. I get tired of farces. I get tired of mourn and suffer. Now I'll always smile. I want to see my beautiful face. That face that I was granted, Jeff. I am not beautiful, Mama. Oh, am I not? Oh no, he does actually say, I am not beautiful, Mama. Wanda so singakago. It's starting to piss me off now. How much fucking more of this is just shit? Nina's mother could not help but take a few steps back, shaking her head. Are you the mother still?
No.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Jacob, put the phone down.
I just watched a bit of porn.
We'll do that after we finish this crap.
No, Nina, you've become a monster.
You became scared.
This was by
No,
your
Nina,
obsession
you are.
with this murderer. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Whoa.
She knew.
Yeah, I was about to say she knew she was obsessed with Jeff the Killer, so why didn't you try and take her to, like, I don't know, volleyball class to get her away from this fucking obsession? Fuck off. Yeah, that's the whole problem with the story. I submit is starting to run down the hall. Nina swiftly followed her mother.
When has anyone, like, so, once again, it's this point of, like, she's what, 12 years old?
11.
11 years old. And, like, an 11-year-old girl who's just come back from her hospital, who's had her face burnt. Scary.
I was about to say, her mother, which I assume is over the age of, I don't know, 30 at least, cannot overpower her 11-year-old child.
Like, drop kick her in the face.
I kill for fun when they run, super happy fun time! Exclaimed as she followed her mother. She was running to Chris's room. That really pisses me off as well. I mean, this whole story's garbage. But when when people put an apostrophe and S after a word that ends in S, for example, Chris's, and they put an apostrophe S, it's just an apostrophe, guys, you put. Literally, I see it so many times wrong on TV and everything. It's just like, that's not the way it fucking works. Use a dictionary and ignore the word selfie in it, because why the fuck was that put in the dictionary? Anyway, to wake him, but just going to take the knob. Nina went for the knife in the skull of his mother, immediately pulling down. It is unfortunate that Mum does not believe I'm beautiful. How sad.
You start to sound Australian.
No, he doesn't.
I sound like nothing.
I'm trying to work out your accent. It's not Australian.
It's not anything. It's just my voice. It can do really weird things.
It is Sugoi.
If you wanted me to, I can do Stephen
I will
Hawking.
punch you in the throat if you keep
What
it
is
up.
wrong with that?
I will punch you in the throat. I will fucking do it.
Yeah. Don't test him, Toby.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the Nina.
Jack, what are you doing?
Alleged Nina pulling
Anything else?
Can you
the
just
knife
put that down? Like, we have to something.
out of his mother's head. Chris in his room was restless. He was in danger and moved, looking accommodated.
It's restless. I feel so accommodated now. The minibar was good.
Yeah, fucking room service and everything. But nothing was in it. Nina opens the door, revealing his shadow. The hedgehog.
Did I not mention that my brother was Chris Shadow the Hedgehog?
Chris Chan took the sheets off to see her sister due to the light and could not see his face but if the knife. Chris was alarmed and snuggled to his pillow.
Chris was a llama.
Chris! I submit scene leaving Nina to Chris Chan, who let out a little moan of horror at Nina's face. Right, I'm beautiful! Alegi is leaning his head on one side.
Chris nodded in fear as he covered with sheets.
Oh, come on, Chris! I did not do anything!
Nina alleged, hiding his hand while crossing fingers.
You know, I feel more new than ever. I start a new life. Will you come join me?
Nina said, getting closer to it. Chris nodded again.
Oh, good boy. Now if you want to join me, just go to Kip, my prince.
You sound like between like a northern woman and Tommy Wiseau.
Nina kicked the front door of the house. Oh, is this the end?
Thank God we're near the end.
Nina kicked the front door of the house, carrying his brother on his back. Chris was dead, with a creepy clown smile and his eyes something black. With something black, Bordiandale had burned eyelids.
Blandania.
In blood with multiple stabbed. Nina took a few steps at the entrance and fixed his gaze on the boy for a while. This time wore a white shirt and white jeans. Looking at a book, but out of curiosity turned, encountering the horrible scene of Nina.
Go, Chris! Looks like someone knows more than you need. Let's put it to Kip.
Nina walking alleged the house opposite. I don't even know how to
We wasted
start
an hour. We wasted an hour not even reading coherent sentences right now. My brain physically hurts. It might be from the free energy drinks I've almost had, but let me give you my quick review. That story was exactly the same as Jeff the Killer, to the finest details, to the point where there was a trio of people after Nina, Jeff. They went to school and they were attacked on the first day because, well, the only difference was because they went to some spot in the school, which apparently was the VIP section. I don't fucking know. And then, like, there was guns. Yeah, there was guns in the first one as well, wasn't there?
It's identical.
It's identical. Put it to sleep. Fuck
I
off.
don't know about you two, but that was just magical. I mean, it's a wondrous time, and I will never forget the joy of this fucking train wreck.
Oh my God, those comments!
Oh my God, all the comments. I'm not joking. All the comments. I am a lot like Nina. I like Nina. I am so much like Nina. These are 3 separate comments. It's not the same comment. I even have the same clothes. My favourite sweater is purple.
This is the same person who's commented
fucking going.
4, 5, 6 fucking times.
This comment may be offensive. I'm confused as fuck. That's not offensive. This is the most thing that makes the most fucking sense.
I like it, but I don't understand, like, ... half of it, ... oh well.
What pad?
What the literal fuck did I just read? You know, yeah. Absolutely, I feel the fucking same.
Right. So, now clearly we have to read the English version.
Because there's a fucking English version.
I fucking like. Look, well, I made this point earlier, but like, the person translated this, took one look at it and thought, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do, won't it? You gave us 44 pages and used Google Translate. I mean, what the fuck?
Yep.
We read that. We read that, and now it's going to be on Bad Creepypasta. How do you feel, Jacob?
Get that fucking mic out of my face.